Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And I continue with Kingdom Come Deliverance, Blind. Now, here's Sir Hans, and he apparently has something for me to do.
Here, just as you ordered.
Meal to go with the ale, please.
So let's talk.
Well, Henry, it cost me a lot of effort, but it seems I've finally succeeded in making a half-decent warrior out of you. Anything I can do for you?
Sir Hans, I heard something about a tourney in Rattay.
Yes, Hanush has decided to revive the tourney at the upper castle. It's only a bit of entertainment for commoners. A few fellows on foot bashing each other with various weapons.
Oh, you don't seem like your usual cheerful self, sir. Anything wrong?
Yes, blast it. Hanush was on my back about what I'd do all day, so I told him I was busy dealing with very important knightly matters. I said I was training my future page in combat, initiating him into the art of swordsmanship and other battle skills.
I didn't know you had a page.
Well, that's just the thing. I don't. It was just something I made up on the spot to get him off my back. Only it seems I was a bit too convincing. Now, Uncle wants my imaginary page to demonstrate what he's learnt in the tourney.
I can see how that could be a bit awkward.
That's putting it mildly. The old man is like a dog with a bone. He'll never let go. Unless... Yes, now I think of it. I'll tell Hanush I was training you. All you have to do is enter the tourney, batter the fuck out of all the other peasants, and everyone will be happy. Except for the losers, of course.
Sure, that's actually great, because I do enjoy fighting in the tourney anyway, and if I'm going to get probably another reward on top of that, and maybe like a funny cutscene of Sir Hans doing some Sir Hans-ish shenanigans, then that's all the better.
What, and I'm to become your page? I'm not sure if Sir Radzig would agree.
No, Radzig doesn't have to know anything about it. It's just a little charade for Uncle's benefit. Not that it's such a bad idea. Who knows, maybe one day.
Yeah, all right. I just hope it won't get me into trouble.
Everything will be just fine. You'll see.
Well, I suppose I can handle a few fellows one at a time. All right, then.
Of course you can. That's the spirit. You have to put up some coin to enter, though. Naturally, I'll pay for that, so you don't go around calling me a pinch purse. Go and see the tournament master. You'll find him somewhere around the upper castle courtyard. He'll explain everything and sign you up. Run along now. And don't let me down, Henry. Remember, you have to demonstrate you've been trained by a master.
Okay, it's a bit annoying that I've just taken part in the tourney, and now this quest requires me to do it again right after that, but sure.
Your wish is my command.
Excellent. Afterwards, we'll drink to your glorious deeds. Take care.
Captain's champion. Oh well.
Skalitz lies in ruins.
Yeah. Yeah.
God bless you. What troubles you?
I'd like to enroll in the big tournament.
You'll have to wait a few days until Sir Hanush announces another one. Come then, and I'll gladly sign you up.
Wait, so do I have to just wait for another one? Is that how it works even in the case of this quest? Enroll in the tourney. Yeah, so I guess I have to. I don't really have to, but I will. I want to have that quest sort of out of the way.
I'd like to take lodgings here until the next tourney starts.
Certainly.
Have you got the coin?
Here you are.
Goodbye.
God bless you. What troubles you?
I'd like to enroll in the big tournament.
All right. As long as you've got the enrollment stake, Sir Hanish's rule is every contestant has to put up 60 groschen.
Of course. Here you are.
I'll write your name down. Henry, you said. And I need to know what weapon you choose.
Warhammer and shield. I know how to handle those.
Good. Get yourself ready. You're next in line. Good luck, then. The first combatant will be Yera of Benishov, called Kipper, a mercenary by profession. And his adversary will be Henry of Skalitz, from the company of Sir Rattay Kubla. Welcome, our warriors! And this very first bout will afford plenty of entertainment. The combatants will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields.
Don't be dead! Come and get it!
The victor of the first duel is Henry of Skalitz. Change weapons for the second bout. Our combatants will demonstrate their skills with short sword and shield.
Jesus Christ! Had enough?
And the second duel was won by Henry of Skalitz. As victor in this round, he shall proceed to the next. Meeting face to face in this round will be Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Rattay Kubla. And he will face Calder o' the Tar, catchpole of the Rattay Bailiff. Welcome our warriors. All is prepared for the first duel. The combatants will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields.
Quitting? Fuck it! Had enough?
The victor of the first duel is Henry of Skalitz. Change weapons for the second bout. Our warriors will fight with hunting swords.
Well landed. Give up? Fucking hell!
We have a victor in the second duel. He is Henry of Skalitz. As victor in this round, he shall proceed to the next. The first combatant will be Coleman, man-at-arms of Sir Hanush of Leipar. And his adversary will be Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Rattay Kabbalah. Welcome our warriors. And this very first bout will afford plenty of entertainment. The combatants will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields.
Shit!
First bout is Henry of Skalitz. Change weapons for the second bout. Our warriors will fight with hunting swords. Fuck! The victor of the second duel is Henry of Skalitz. Lords and ladies, good men and good wives, you have just witnessed the final duel in today's Rattay Tourney, for which we all owe gratitude to Sahanush of Laipa. All glory to the victor, Henry of Skalitz, man-at-arms in the company of Sir Radzik Kobila. His prize will be given to him by our gracious Sahanush.
You put on a hell of a show, Henry. Here's your hard-earned reward.
Thank you, Sir Hannes.
Take care.
Okay, so they are comparable. I think those actually will look a little bit better, maybe even. Let's equip those, and I'll sell the other ones.
I'm glad to see you. Take care. God grant you health. How may I help you? I'll be with you.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Well, we can try it.
Is this enough?
We're getting there. Just drop the price a bit more. Finally, a reasonable sum.
And he said right away he'll take them. And how much do I want?
Aye, but I'll sleep like the dead.
So where is Sir Hans? In the baths, apparently. Okay, so I'll go by the Bailiff. Because the Bailiff has a quest for me as well. Which way is the official entrance to the rat house?
Jesus Christ be praised.
You look like you've got a lot on your plate, Master Bailiff. Is work keeping you busy?
Busy? I've had so many visitors, I wouldn't wonder if the door fell off its hinges.
What's going on?
I've been given the task of putting some of the Skalitz refugees to work. It's not that there's a shortage of jobs, the problem's sharing them out fairly.
I understand. Everyone has mouths to feed.
The worst part is they won't tell you who really needs a job the most, but you might be able to help, Henry.
How?
They're like to be more honest with you, so you can find out who's in the most need. And you can decide for yourself who'll do what. Will you help?
If you need help, I'll do whatever I can.
You're a godsend. I'm sure it won't take too long. You know how the refugees are getting on, don't you? But ask around if you need to find out more.
What kind of work are we talking about?
Well, old Hagen is looking for a cook, and we need 5 carriers.
A cook and 5 water carriers. That sounds simple enough. Is there a problem?
A little. We need 3 water carriers, but the other 2 will have to carry, begging your pardon, shit. Or as the Pope would say, excrement.
Is there anyone who can tell me more about it?
Yes, the merchant Konrad Hagen is the one looking for a cook, so you can talk to him. And young Alex will know which of the Skalitz folk are best suited to the job.
How come that's such a cause for concern?
For one thing, they're afraid of me, and I can't get a straight answer out of any of them. So how the hell am I supposed to make the right choice?
Oh, they're desperate. You can't blame them.
I don't, but I might end up picking some good-for-nothing who'll just booze his wages away.
Can you tell me anything more about the cook?
You'll have to ask Hagen yourself. I couldn't get a straightforward answer out of him. Maybe he's changed his mind.
What do I need to know about the water carriers?
We need 3. Right now, some of the burgers' hands are doing the job.
And they need to go all the way down to the river for water?
Of course, where else would they get it? Gallows Hill? It's not an easy job, but someone has to do it.
What can you tell me about the other... carriers?
It's dirty, but it's a job that needs to be done. There'll be more than enough work for them. Some places are overflowing.
Sounds disgusting. Why would anyone want the job?
If all else fails, I'll pay 2 groschen for every 1 I pay the water carriers. That might convince someone.
That's all I need to know.
Good luck, then.
Okay, Konrad Hagen's shop is actually pretty close. It's the first one over here.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
The bailiff sent me. He said you're looking for a cook.
That's right. I'm searching for a good cook, but I've said all that to our esteemed bailiff.
Well, I offered the bailiff my help because I know the Skalitz folk.
Ah, I see. Well, ask away then.
Do you have any particular requirements for the new cook?
Well, it would be an advantage if she knew how to cook.
Well, yes, but the bailiff said you had other conditions.
Well, I want a woman who's capable of looking after the house when I'm away on business.
Young? Nimble?
What for? I want her to impress people with her food, not her face.
I understand. Sorry. I also heard there are vacant carrier jobs.
Yes, yes. I'm surprised it hasn't occurred to anyone sooner. It will certainly benefit the city if the burghers don't have to send their own servants.
It will benefit my people as well.
Of course, of course. It goes without saying.
I also heard that you need workers to carry, to empty latrines.
It's not dignified to talk of such manners. That's not a concern for decent people.
But I need to know...
Enough. I won't have such talk in my home. God be with you.
Okay, so that Alex guy, I think he's back in the Skalitz refugee camp. I will buy a tailor's kit from this guy.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you. See you later.
What's up with all of those communion chalices? At first I thought I could return them to like churches from which they've been stolen, but at this point I think they are just for selling. Like I have 9 of them. I will keep 1. They are also pretty heavy actually.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Well, we can try it.
What about this?
We're getting there. Just drop the price a bit more. Finally, a reasonable sum.
Actually, I think I have some perks unspent. Yeah, agility perk. You have a better chance of throwing winning dice. A successful evasion will lower your opponent's morale. I'll take the upgraded dice throwing. Okay, so I have a perk in swords. Which at this point... They are only for short swords? Because I've exhausted all of the longsword combos, which I can never even do, so like execute properly, so I don't think it matters that much really. I think I'll take this because it's the easiest one to do. Okay, and this is the drinking perk, which I don't really know what to do with. Okay, Alex is somewhere near the church.
I wouldn't beg.
Good day.
I'd like to ask about our former neighbors. There are jobs here for some of them, and I have to pick people.
The bailiff told me about it. He still wants our people to do the knacker's job?
What of it? It will benefit everyone.
Not everyone. There's not enough work for everyone, and no one wants to do the knacker's job.
I'm also looking for a cook. Do you know of a good cook who's looking for work?
Well, there's Agnes. I've heard she can cook better than anyone. Only...
Well, what's the problem? Did something happen to her?
No, it's just that I haven't seen her around here for ages. I believe she's cooking for the local parish priest and living at the presbytery. So I don't think she's in need of work.
So, do you know who's most in need of some coin and is fit for hard work?
Everyone's in need of coin, but not everyone is fit for such work.
Who should I talk to then? Where will I find them?
I'll talk to them myself and send them to meet you in front of the rat house, so they'll all be in one place. It'll take me a while, though.
But having a job could save someone's life.
Water carrying, maybe. But if they have to do a job that's not fit for a decent person, only for the knacker or the executioner's servant?
So you think there's no point in it? That it's better to beg than have a job, even if it is hauling shit?
You forget that that's a job for the knacker's hired hand, not for displaced people. When we return to Skalitz, they'll never be able to rid themselves of the stink.
Thanks. I'll go.
Good luck then.
So, does he mean this church or the other one? Look around the church for the housekeeper.
Beneath thy mercy we take refuge, O Blessed Virgin. Disdain not our supplications in our distress, but deliver us from perils, only pure and blessed one.
God preserve you, good knight. Can I do something for you?
Are you Agnes, who works at St. James?
I am. Or I did, before those devils rolled in and burnt down Skalitz. Why'd you ask?
I'm looking for a good cook and housekeeper, and everyone I asked sent me to you.
I've been blessed by God.
So it seems. Anyway, the local merchant wants someone who can cook food fit for nobility and take care of his household.
Well, Father Francis was very fond of good food, but I can't just go serve someone else.
Why not?
Because I'm still Father Francis's housekeeper.
But I heard he fled and isn't coming back.
Don't pay any attention. They're just rumors. I'm still his housekeeper.
Where's Father Francis now?
I don't know. The last time I saw him, he was going to confession in Sasau. But that was before all these terrible things happened. I've heard no word of him since then.
Does he go to Sasau often? Where does he stay when he's there?
Not so often. About once a month. He always used to stay in the inn near the monastery, so he wouldn't have far to go.
I'll ask around about what happened to Father Francis. I'll let you know.
Take care. Goodbye.
Okay, so that's all the way in Sasau, so I won't be doing this anytime soon, in all honesty. Like, I might read a book waiting for the guy to gather the others, right? A useful procedure from Poland, where they simply cut around the anus, then after cutting open the abdominal cavity, they continue in the same manner as we do here, except that they pull the extracted anus through the inside. Okay, whatever. I'm not exactly familiar with that technique, but then again, I have never been hunting. And in fact, I do consider, currently, I do consider hunting for sport to be kind of distasteful, and I have rather a low opinion of hunters because I'm not sure what are the statistics of that, but from like a casual glance, there seem to be an awful lot of those incidents where hunters just shoot random people in the forest because they thought they were boars or something. Like, there's such a, at least that's the view you can get from the media. Obviously, the media consciously concentrates on negative examples, right? But there are so many stories about people getting shot by hunters that I think if someone confuses a person with a boar, he should have his, first of all, his eyes checked, but also his head checked, because there's something seriously wrong about the decision process of someone who decides to shoot when he's not even certain what the target is exactly. But anyway, let's study that. We'll be waiting during the day. Sure. And the day is like not that far away, so I'll wait a couple more hours.
Sigismund and his murderers took everything I had.
I'm glad to see you. Goodbye.
Okay, I have to pause for a second. Okay, I'm back. So I imagine I will have to make like a selection based on who has the most tragic backstory.
You hear about the water carrying?
Aye. I can haul water all day long.
So, do you want the job? There's plenty of other folk that will take it if you don't.
I do. I want it. What do I have to do?
So tell me, what was your trade before?
I was a miner, then a farm laborer, then I was a servant, then I fled from Skalitz and ended up here.
Quite the factotum, aren't you? Was none of those jobs good enough for you?
I liked them all, but they were always sending me to do something else. Pickman, they'd say. Leave this and go and do that.
Pickman? That's your name?
Actually, my real name's Vassal, but they call me Pickman.
Is that German?
No. It's from when I was in the mines, digging with a pick.
Or is it from picking up things that don't belong to you? Because it seems to me like he was, you know, fired multiple times. That's kind of my impression.
How are you holding up, anyway?
What can I tell you? I've seen better days for sure.
That's enough for now.
So, we're agreed then? When do I start working?
Look, the bailiff is the one who'll decide after I report back to him.
So, I might not get the job? I'll be in the shit if I don't. Understand? Goodbye.
You just going to pretend I'm
God be with you.
You're here about the water carrying?
I am. Where do I get some pails?
Hold your horses. We haven't decided yet who gets the job. I have to ask you a few things first.
What for? I can handle the job. But ask away.
What trade did you do before?
I worked in the mines, at the winch. You've heard of Tonda, the winch, right? Strong as a bull.
Ah, the name sounds familiar. You were one of the new miners, weren't you?
I was. I came last autumn. The winter was mild enough to work the mines, and I showed everyone I was a hard worker. So did I get the job?
We're not finished yet.
You just going to pretend I'm not here?
And how are you holding up?
Not very well. I'll tell you that. I help out with something every once in a while and get some money for it. It's not enough. Especially when the dice don't fall in my favor.
Sure. And have you tried looking for other work?
What for? They'll get the mines running again, and I'll have a real man's job.
And what about soldiering? That's real man's work, isn't it?
It is, and I'd be good at it. When I land a punch, you'd think you were kicked by a horse. Which I once showed to a soldier I fell out with over a game of dice. Only, I'm too smart for soldiering.
No doubt.
You just going to pretend I'm not here?
Are you here because you want to carry water?
Well, I'd rather be back at the winch. Turning it so fast I'd make everyone's head spin. But now I want to carry water at least, since there's some money in it.
Well, there's also the option of carrying, shit.
Not a chance. I'm not carrying any shit around. And if anyone tries to make me, I'll break his legs.
Hey, am I invisible or what?
I understand. I shouldn't have even asked.
Yeah.
Not talking to me?
I heard you lot don't want to talk to the bailiff.
I don't know much about that. The others didn't talk to him, so I kept my mouth shut as well. That's the way we do it at the mines. He didn't even really ask me anything anyway. Just mumbled something under his breath.
I know everything I need.
So, can I go carry water then?
Not yet. I'll tell the bailiff and he'll choose.
Well, I hope he chooses me. Otherwise, I might be very angry.
If you think I'm afraid of you, you're mistaken.
We'll see.
Okay, I'm not choosing this guy simply to punish him for threatening me.
God's blessings.
What do you want?
I want to work. And I heard you're the one in charge of giving out jobs, not the bailiff.
It's true. Do you know how to cook? If you know how to make food for nobles, then I might have something for you.
Where would I learn to cook food for nobles? I want to carry water.
But Alex has already picked people who want to carry water.
He didn't ask me, though. So I came here myself.
Look, I already have more people than jobs. You're a bit late.
But I really need a job.
Well, so does everyone else around here.
None of them has a husband on his deathbed.
He's dying.
He's badly wounded. So poorly he's been in his bed for weeks. Unconscious most of the time.
Sorry to hear it.
I already owe the apothecary a small fortune. And he won't lift a finger for us now.
Well, if you know how to cook fine food, I could get you a job at the merchant's house. You'd have a nice roof over your head there, too.
All I've ever cooked is gruel and soup. Nothing fit for nobles. A roof would be grand, though. Not so much for me, but for my husband. Is there any way you could arrange it?
No. Not unless I lied about your cooking skills. But he'd find out soon enough, and then we'd both be in trouble. What did you do in Skalitz?
I was at the silverworks, roasting the ore and washing it. My husband was at the smelter.
Oh, Christ. Things got very ugly there. I suppose that's where your husband was wounded? It's a miracle you managed to drag him all the way to Rattay.
What else could I do? Leave him there?
All right. I'll think about it and talk to the bailiff.
And you'll tell him to take me, right? God be with you.
Well, I'm for sure telling him not to take this guy, so your chances are sort of growing.
I'm glad to see you.
Are you here on account of the water carrying?
Yes, I am. My name is Vincent.
Nice to meet you. I'll ask a few questions and we'll see. All right?
Fine. Ask away.
What did you do before this?
I work for my father.
Doing what? Who's your father, anyway?
He was Moimir. We had a farm near Skalitz.
Really? His farmhands came to the tavern a lot, but I never saw you there.
I don't go to taverns.
So you're probably here about carrying water, right?
Aye. I want to carry water.
That's all? You've nothing more to add?
That's what's needed, ain't it?
How are you holding up?
Well, I'm alive. But I miss my father. And the farm, too. But Ma says there's no use dwelling on it. Life must go on.
What happened with Bailiff? He couldn't get a word out of anybody.
I don't know. I didn't talk to him at all.
That's enough for now.
See you
Okay, he's a man of a few words.
What do you need?
You're one of the people interested in work?
Well, Alex told me that I'm supposed to ask about a job carrying water.
That's right. But first, I'll ask you a few questions. You are...
Peter. But everyone calls me Rock. There was more than enough Peters in the mines. And not just in the mines. So...
At the mines? So you're a miner?
That's right. I worked in the East Shaft. And I hope I'll be working there again. Now that I think of it, have you heard anything from their lordships? When will they open the mines again?
I don't know and don't care. I'm not here because of that.
I suppose not.
How badly do you want to carry water?
Well, right now there doesn't seem to be much work around for miners. And at least I can earn a few groschen.
It's not easy work, though. It's a long way to carry water.
Do you think it was easier in the mines? Digging through rock on your knees all day for months on end?
There's one more option. Carrying shit.
What? For the knacker?
It's a job.
But what would people say? I need money badly, but I couldn't go back to mining after that.
But it would be twice the pay.
The money would help, true enough. But what about afterwards? I don't want to be carrying shit all my life.
That's actually a pretty interesting thing to consider, that certain jobs, certain activities were considered unclean, and if you were a decent person, you should not ever be doing them. For example, that's the reason why the executioner lives outside the town, and in fact, I'm pretty sure there might have even been a whole separate entrance to the city for the executioner. He didn't use the same gate that everyone else used just because his position was kind of unclean as well, and he only showed up to do his official business and then freaked off.
It won't come to that. Sir Radzig will surely take care of things when he returns home. He won't forget the sacrifice you make.
I'm glad to hear that. If that's how it is, I'll even carry shit.
How are you holding up?
You mean this here? Well, I've got feeling back in my arm again.
What happened to it, anyway?
That time in Skalitz. I was knocked down by a horse, but it's better now.
But can you handle carrying water? It's no easy matter.
Sure I can. Like I said, my arm's fine.
Okay, he is up for the task of carrying shit, which should be easier. Although, should it? I guess the size of the pail is probably the same. I'm not sure, but surely there will be less people interested in that, so at least I can sign him up on that list.
The bailiff said he couldn't get a word out of you.
Well, he's not the most popular man around here, after everything that's happened. You can't blame us.
Maybe, but if you lot had just talked to him, I wouldn't have to run around dealing with this, and you'd all have a few groschen by now.
You might be right, but there's no point crying over spilt milk.
That's enough for now.
God be with you.
For you.
God save you.
You're interested in carrying water?
I am. It's about time something good came to decent folk.
I agree. Now, I'll ask you a few questions.
What? But I want the work and I deserve it. Keep your questions for good-for-nothings.
What makes you so deserving? How did you make a living before this?
I was the owner of a mine. Well, I had a lease on it. But in our line of work, it amounts to the same thing.
The chief, eh? Have you ever hauled a bucket of ore up a hill?
There's no hill in a mine. Just a shaft with a winch.
It's hard work carrying water.
So is taking care of a mine.
It's not quite the same thing, is it? You need brawn to carry water, not brains.
I wasn't born a mine owner, you know. I've done my share of hauling.
There's also the option of, emptying latrines.
Are you trying to insult me? That's no job for a decent Christian.
True. That's why it pays double.
Double, hey? Well, that's not bad, but for a man of my stature, no doubt there are more needy souls. Double.
How are you holding up in Rattay?
Not too well. I've tried offering my administrative abilities at the rat house, but the bailiff treats me like a peasant.
He's not an easy man to deal with, true enough. But if you show him what you're capable of...
Well, if he gives you a chance to show him...
The bailiff complained he couldn't get a word out of you.
I refused to talk to him. Last time I did, he was vulgar, shouted and threatened to whip me. And then he comes and interrogates me.
Well, I can't see how that would put you off him. That's enough for now.
Goodbye.
So it's this guy, the Rock, for carrying shit. And I guess I'll have to choose 3 for the regular water carrying.
God be with you.
I know everything I need to know to pick the carriers.
Splendid. I'll be glad to get this damn business off my back. So how have you decided?
So, how do we do this? Do I just give you their names, or should I send for them?
Just tell me their names and whether they should carry water or something else. Don't worry, I'll send for them.
Okay, so she can carry... wait, how many of them are here? 6. The Tonda guy is out of the question. He's disqualified.
Peter, better known as Rock.
Peter? Rock? Didn't he get into a fight and injure his arm? Well, what should he do?
Carrying shit.
Good. 1 person for this job. Next.
Vincent, Moimir's son.
Vincent? Never heard of him. What do you think he should do?
To carry water.
So we have 1 person to carry water. Who's next?
Cornelius.
Ah, Cornelius. I had him here once looking for a job. Where do you want to put him? I'd like to see him with buckets of shit.
Hmm.
To carry water.
So we have 1 person to carry water. Who's next?
I'll give this guy the shit job. Because he's kind of shifty.
Vasil goes by the moniker of Pickman.
Pickman. I hope he doesn't have a history of pickpocketing.
Right?
No. They call him Pickman because he worked in the silver mines, and he was very keen with the pick. So much so, he managed to chop off 2 of his fingers.
Well, he can't do too much damage with a bucket, I suppose. Where do you want to put him?
Carrying shit.
Good. 1 person for this job. Next.
Antonia.
What? A woman?
Yeah, is that a problem? You never said it had to be only men.
I didn't, but I kind of assumed it would be clear. It's a long walk with a heavy load, man's work.
She can handle the job, have no fear.
Let's hope so. You'll have to answer to me if she can't. Where do we put her, then?
To carry water.
So we have 1 person to carry water. Who's next?
That's it.
Good. All decided. Now about the cook's job.
Yeah, the cook's job will have to wait. Because obviously I need to go all the way to Sasau to inquire about about our local priest, to whom his housekeeper is apparently still devoted. Okay, but I'll talk with him next time because this episode has been long enough. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!